That is unreal.
I know, isn't it beautiful? Hey, Deirdre. Careful, it's super slick.
Oh my God, look at the lake. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's spectacular. Winds pick it up. Yeah, wind.
It's raining ice.
The cool thing about swimming at sunrise is every day is different. Some days you get to see the sun just starting to rise, and it looks like liquid fire. And then other days, it's all overcast. Some days the waves are enormous and you think, should I get in today? But every day, it's exhilarating and it's fun.
Go fishermen!
You get in the water and it envelops you and you move through it. It's otherworldly. And when you swim far in the open water, it's moving meditation.
You're also every day learning something different about the way that the water moves, about the way that your body feels when the water moves this way. You know, when the waves are bigger, I get a little seasick if I stop to look at the sun. So, you know, it's a daily education.
I was treated for cancer back in 2011. And I remember going into the water when I was finally cleared after the surgery and the radiation and the chemo. And it just felt incredible. It was this feeling of just being not broken anymore. I feel just very in tune with my body. All I'm really thinking about is, am I kicking? Am I stroking? I'm breathing. When the pandemic hit, initially I was in denial about it. Then it got serious very, very quickly.
I don't know that I ever would have been prepared for how affected I became this year. I just went into an extremely deep depression. Just getting up every morning and going to the water was an attempt to sort of have a little moment each day that I was getting up and out. It was a reason to keep waking up every morning and getting out of bed. When I started swimming in the lake, it liked actually being by myself. But maybe midsummer, Deirdre, Helen, and I began to like say hello in the mornings, and even though we weren't swimming together, there was always an acknowledgement of being there together.
I was gonna stop and get coffee, and then
I think there was comfort in not feeling as isolated as we all were feeling in our own homes.
Hold up here.
I think that was the impetus also to just continue on through the winter.
I've always seen the world as the glass half full. I'm a lucky person in that way. But from the onset of the pandemic, when we first started hearing about it in January, I was very concerned. My husband, John, woke up April 1st. He couldn't breathe. And April 4th, 2020, John died from coronavirus. The children and I couldn't get together. We couldn't have any kind of ceremony. We couldn't do anything that would feel normal when somebody dies.
She was trying her best to make sense of a situation that was beyond reckoning.
Swimming is this marvelous antidote. And then November happened, and I didn't want to get out of the lake because it would mean that I would be isolated again. Jennifer and Helen were talking about how they thought that they could swim through the winter and what did I think. And so I just decided, well, I'll just keep going and see what I can bear.
The feeling of getting into cold water is electrifying. You are just briefly breathless.
And everything that is wrong or stressful just dissipates.
My skin feels as though I'm turning bionic. I feel metallic.
That's Deirdre's signature. Yeah.
The exhilaration is just remarkable.
Gorgeous. Woohoo!
I feel like we've discovered the fountain of youth.
It's a balmy 40 degrees out.
We became very obsessive about how cold the water was getting. You know, it's 50, then it's 40, then it's 40.2, then it's 39.
I had 2 thermometers that both busted this year in the cold water, so I didn't get another one. We just figure that it's cold.
So then it's about, I can't wait to swim in the snow. Then it was like, I can't wait to swim when there's ice. And then we had no idea, ice, what did ice mean? You know, this winter it meant so many different kinds of ice because, you know, there's the first ice that was like a very thin layer of ice.
Almost like snowflakes on the water. Break them as I stroked and then turn around and they would have reformed behind me.
Ice that was so sharp that you actually were getting cut and you needed to be careful. And then, you know, we got real ice.
I think I'll wait till tomorrow.
We knew that this was not to be taken lightly, and we, each step along the way, reassessed whether this was something that we could safely do. The shore is hell. Getting dressed is hell. The after drop is brutal.
Starting to feel cold now.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh my God.
However, there's a massive rush of endorphins. You feel superhuman. It's an amazing feeling that lasts the entire day.
Jen, I haven't been this happy in months.
I know. Do you see?
The feeling of being fully, utterly alive and joyous. In contrast to 2020 and COVID, it was, well worth the effort.
Right there.
All right.
Okay, so there's another ledge right in front of you, and then there's a bigger ledge that I'm on.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's
Amazing.
beautifully freezing.
Swimming with these women through the pandemic means the world to me.
Okay, and sit down. And then you're gonna come right over here. There's a ledge.
It is like being embraced every single morning.
Wait a second. You should get up.
Should we do patty cake?
We were like three strangers that came together, and we forged a friendship through this experience.
Oh my God, Chip. Thank you for making the hole.
I'm hoping John's watching me and can see what a gift it is.
Now that I'm like purple, I'm getting out soon.
I'm getting out.
Okay, go ahead.
There is strength in being able to do something yourself by yourself. But I think for me, it's created in my life a tendency to feel like I have to do things alone. I think what this experience has done is, you know, showed me the importance of community and support. There is power in being with people.
Swimming through the winter, it helped us get through. It helped us cope.